It's freaking Star Wars, baby!
So, a lot of people have asked me how I think the Ahsoka series is going so far. What do I like about it? What do I dislike about it? Well, decided to make a video on that and talk about that today. What are my likes? What are my dislikes? And they are tiny. There are some dislikes, but they're few and far between. But I'm also going to tell you how you can enjoy this and how it lives up to other Star Wars projects. From what I've seen, and I have checked out some reviews from other channels, that a lot of people are liking it. A lot of people like the Ahsoka Tano series, and that's awesome. But I don't care. I have my own opinions, and they're not bad. I just don't base my opinions off what other people think, and you probably shouldn't either. Whoa, did he just say that we shouldn't like the show just because he likes the show? Damn right I did. I'm not an authority. I'm not here to press my opinion on anybody. I'm just here to give my opinion. And sometimes I will say this is why you shouldn't be upset over the Ahsoka series or Andor or whatever series. And it's true, you shouldn't be upset over those things. It's just people blowing things way out of proportion to make you upset, to make you click on their video. Now, before I get into my likes and dislikes of the Ahsoka series, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, me. Oh, and by the way, if you want to be a sponsor of this channel, just say something. You don't have to give me any money or buy anything or sell me anything or send me any products or anything. Just say you want to be a sponsor and I'll shout you out.
This Star Wars channel is fun. More fun than listening to K-pop for a week straight. Yes, it's even more fun than slapping yourself in the face with a tennis racket. And it's even more fun than stepping in poop barefooted. Human poop. Stepping on Legos? Not even close. By subscribing, you're telling me that you love Star Wars and hate having your hair cut by a podiatrist. Don't be afraid. Subscribe now and have all your Star Wars needs met in one convenient place. Good job. Now go forth and bask in euphoria.
Ah, yes, bask in euphoria. Why not? You deserve it. Now, before I get into what I like and what I don't like, the first thing I don't like is how people are calling this a woke Disney project. Just stop. Seriously. The show's called Ahsoka. Ahsoka is a female character. If you didn't want to see a female lead, don't watch the show. It's that simple. If you want to see a man dominating and killing things and taking advantage of the lesser women, then go watch Conan the Barbarian or something. Not the new one, the old one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the better one. But what I do like about the Ahsoka series is that the character of Ahsoka Tano is staying true. Rosario Dawson is doing a great job. It looks like she has studied Ahsoka Tano over the animated series of the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. The looks Ahsoka gives in this series and her mannerisms, the way she talks, the way she thinks, the way she speaks is all there. And that's all due to Rosario Dawson and Dave Filoni. So great job, guys. I mean, Dave Filoni created the character. He knows how she should be portrayed, and this is how she's being portrayed. I don't know, maybe I'm slightly biased because Ahsoka Tano is my favorite light side character. Yeah, she's that cool. And I say light side character because it's not confirmed yet whether she is a Jedi or not. Using the term Padawan for Sabine Wren kind of indicates that she does consider herself a new type of Jedi. Not one of the Jedi Order from the past, but one of a new breed. And this Ahsoka series does coincide with her feelings at the end of the Clone Wars and during Star Wars Rebels, where we all know her as saying, I am no Jedi, but now she's found a bigger purpose. And she found that purpose during the Ahsoka novel by E.K. Johnston. Yes, she tried to do her own thing, and that didn't work out so well, so she joined the rebellion and fought a bigger cause. Another thing I like about the Ahsoka series are the villains. Yes, I do lean a little bit more toward the darker villains. Why? Well, they look cooler, they act cooler. I mean, Darth Vader, come on. Who wasn't a fan of that guy? Also, Darth Maul. Seriously, look at the guy. He's just oozes coolness from his pores. So yeah, I'm really fascinated by Marrok and Baylan Skoll. I want to see more about them. I want to see more of their story develop and see how it goes. Hopefully they do something credible for the ending of Baylan Skoll, because unfortunately Ray Stevenson has passed away. I hope they don't recast him in any way. But let me just say this I guess it's not a preface if I'm doing it in the middle, but this is only 3 episodes in. So I can't say that the rest of the series is going to be amazing or anything because I haven't seen it and I haven't heard anything about it and I don't look for things about it. I just want to see it for what it is and not be ruined on the experience. Now, I've talked about a couple of the things that I like. Let's talk about a couple things that don't rub me the right way. One is Sabine and her lack of armor. During Star Wars Rebels, you never saw Sabine without her armor. She's a Mandalorian. Armor is part of their tradition, part of their life, and part of their religion. Now, Sabine did reconcile with her family and the rest of the Mandalorian clans at the end of Star Wars Rebels, or near the end of it, and it's kind of confusing to me why she wasn't there to help liberate Mandalore from Moff Gideon. So, I don't know, maybe there's going to be a tie into that somehow. I hope that gets addressed. One of the tenets of being a Mandalorian is coming to the aid of your Mandalore when called upon or when needed. Sabine didn't do that. Kind of goes against the Mandalorian traditions and creed. I don't know. I do hope it gets addressed, and I hope they do come up with a way that it doesn't seem like finding Ezra Bridger is more important than freeing her homeworld. Another gripe I have is that it seems like the New Republic's penal system is not very adequate. They have some slippery fingers, meaning Moff Gideon escaped from them, and so did Morgan Elsbeth. How many more are going to escape from them? Well, we'll see, I guess. Okay, so those are a couple of the gripes that I have, and there are more likes about the show, and I'll save those for another video in order to not make this one over an hour long. I'm sure you guys appreciate that. Now, some of the complaints that I've heard about the Ahsoka series, and I'm not going to go into the haters by any means because I've done enough of that, and frankly, it bores me. But a lot of them are saying, well, it's not as good as Andor, but it has the same amount of views as Andor. Well, comparing the Ahsoka series with Andor is like comparing The Exorcist with The Fast and the Furious. They're different genres. Just because they both have the same name or title of Star Wars before them doesn't mean they're going to be written, directed, acted, and brought out the same way. Andor is a much more adult-themed show, where Ahsoka is more of, I don't know, I want to say a kid's show because it's a direct result of the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, both animated series. I know a lot of people say, well, they're not kids' shows, they're just because they're animated. Well, yeah, Star Wars was always meant for kids, Andor being the exclusion, and probably Rogue One. Now, I'm not telling you what to do or anything, but to me, I go into every Star Wars project with new eyes, and then I see it for what it is. And this is more geared towards kids and tweens and adults alike. You know, there's adult elements in it, and there are childlike elements in it. And that's not to say that Star Wars Andor was bad. It wasn't at all. I love Andor. That's probably my favorite series that's come out so far. As for the child in me, I don't know. I don't know which series is better. They're all pretty decent. I don't compare the two because they're vastly different in their writing styles and their execution and everything else. It's just the way it is. I don't want comparisons like that to ruin my experience. It doesn't make sense to me. But even with my minor gripes about the show and my positivity about the show, I'm enjoying the Ahsoka series so far. Now, what the next 5 episodes hold is something that we all have to guess on or wait for it to come out. Me, I prefer to wait for it to come out. I do create theories about it, and I talk about those extensively, but I don't let those theories become expectations. Why? Because Lucasfilm does not live in my head. Dave Filoni does not see my thoughts, nor would he care to see my thoughts. Honestly, it's his story. Let it go. But down in the comments below, please tell me what you think of the Ahsoka series so far, and don't just say, it's trash, it's woke. I don't want to hear that. If you think that, tell me why you think that, and why you were misled into believing this was going to be a man's show with a female as the titular character. And also leave your likes about the show. Don't just leave me bad comments about the show. Tell me something you like about it, even if it's something small, even if it's just like, hey, Hu Yang's got a cool attitude. Leave that down there. I want to hear about it. But before I go, here's another quick word from our sponsor, me.
Subscribe now and know that I will do everything I can to help you get through the trauma of stepping barefoot in human poop. I can't guarantee that I can stop it from happening, but know that I am here for you if you do. I also talk about Star Wars constantly. Subscribe and like, and let's get this channel over 50,000 subscribers to show the haters they are alone.
This is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, and positivity in the Star Wars community can be the only way. Human poop. Who steps in human poop? That's weird. I don't know. I guess somebody does it, like if you're out camping or something. Oh, crap, I forgot to stop this.